There are chains of financial hardship. There are chains of bad relationship. There are chains of the new president doing things that we don't understand that he's doing. But we serve a God that will loose the shackles and set us free. The old saints used to sing a song, thank God that I'm free. Praise the Lord. I'm free, no longer bound. No more chains holding me. My soul, I can't get nobody to help me. My soul is resting. It's just a blessing. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I'm free. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and I am free as can be on this Throwback Thursday. And in order to know where you're going, you must know where you come from. Don't let yesterday's challenges keep you from today's victories. You've been given another day, another chance to step into your purpose. When you align your actions with your faith, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Remember, the work you put in today is the foundation for tomorrow's success. Stay focused, stay driven, and let's get to it. You're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390, and I am so excited. Now, Tamara Fair is not on the air. She is most likely in the air coming back from Jamaica, but we got a great show for you today. We have one of our brunch bunches, a new member of the brunch bunch that's none other than RB Pest Solutions, joining us today on the show. We got Mayor Andre Harvey, the mayor of Bellwood, Illinois, my favorite west suburb, might I ask. Listen, I always jokingly say if I was to move, I would move to Bellwood. I'm moving to Bellwood, but I'm so west side. I got to stay in the hood. Look, I'm just going to represent Bellwood. But listen, when we get back, we're going to talk a few hot topics. We're going to talk to our guests. You do not want to miss this information. Don't go nowhere. As Charmaine from Uncle Remus always says, call your friends and your frenemies and tell them to tune in to the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. I got to tell Justin, don't be hanging out in no hallway that long. He waiting on the guest, but he's supposed to be recording that intro. And that was a good one, but I need you to send me the audio for that intro. I'm like, Lord, I just sent them instructions. Make sure you.
It's only one person.
I know, Lord.
You got the mayor outside.
Well, the mayor. Oh, well, listen, we on live. I'm the mayor of the Brunch Bunch right now, so peace on. What's up, Facebook? What's up?
You want to go to the hallway for nothing?
Who?
The mayor.
No, bring him in. So we're going to kick it off with the mayor so he can.
Absolutely.
Then
that would be good.
We're going to end it with RB Pest, but it's good that you guys can meet. And feel free to join in on the conversation because you are our guest co-host.
Okay, well, come on, co-host. Co-host with the most.
Yeah, I told him I grew up in the black church. You don't even know your own program sometimes. Yeah, come on in.
How are you? How you doing? How are you? Good. Oh, I love that. How's it going?
What's up, bro? Mayor, how you feeling, man? Good to see you, man. You clean. I like that suit and buttons, man.
I'm trying, man.
You hear it, Robbie?
Yep, I hear it.
Oh, good.
So you like mine or this one?
Well, we'll play them both.
Okay.
We'll alternate. But it's always good to have your voice.
Okay. 312-217-9605.
That's 312-217-9605. RB Pest Solutions, protecting what matters most to you.
Did I send you that new commercial? No, I ain't sent it to nobody.
Y'all always make pest control the last thing to do, but then call us when it's an emergency. Let's talk about that. Talk about that, people. Let's be family. Like, why is that the case with my people? Be different. Decrease.
A new luxury brand from Tamara Fair. Squeeze comes in two distinct fragrances. Order Queeze today.
I know. I was just talking about you too.
Get your favorite fragrance today. That's BEQUEESE.com. Bequeeze.com. Churchview Supported Living would like you to tour their beautiful housing community ahead of the holidays with studios and one-bedroom apartments.
Oh, all the TVs are working. Let me get the clock right there, Jarrell, please.
Restaurant-style meals daily.
She did. She don't like the clock.
Daily activities and much more. Churchview Supported Living is located at 2626 6 with 63rd Street. Schedule your tour today. Call 773-471.
We need that on him. I'm set up. And the mics.
Call 773-471-4444. Church View Supportive Living is an equal housing opportunity.
Tax season doesn't have to be stressful. At ELS Pro's tax office, we've been delivering professional, reliable service for over 20 years. Located conveniently in the Soul City corridor. The maximum refund you deserve. And if you're outside Chicago, no problem. We offer nationwide services to meet your needs wherever you are. Call ELS Pro's tax office today. 773-887-5488 to schedule your appointment for special pricing and an unmatched tax experience. That's 773-887-5488. ELS Pro's tax office. Okay. Trusted, experienced, and here to serve you.
Do you have dry skin, fine lines and wrinkles, or do you just want
What's up, Cherie? What's up, Letitia Strahan, DJ Below?
Woman-owned vegan beauty line has all the wants your skin could ever need. Envelop your skin in luxury with organic botanically.
I sent you the commercial. Can you add it?
Also talc-free and
yep.
cruelty-free. The foundation is weightless and feels like skin. The lipstick and eyebrows.
All right, Mayor Harvey. Let's see.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna start with.
It's sure to be something for everyone. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself.
I don't think I want to start with the event.
Okay.
Let's start with what you've been doing, and then we'll end on the event.
We don't just cover imperfections. We reveal the beauty in you.
Hey, it's your main man, Action Jackson. Life can throw you a lot of curveballs. Sometimes. So, Mayor Harvey, this amazing couple right here own RB Pest Solutions, one of the largest black-owned pest solution companies in the country, and they also have a product line in the stores.
Okay.
Unverified or unfair negative items on your credit report. It just takes one phone call and you'll walk with a free credit analysis.
Okay. I like that.
Start fixing your credit. Call 872-319-3319 to get your free one-on-one credit evaluation today, and you can be laughing at bad credit tomorrow. Call 872-319-3319 for your free credit evaluation.
Thank you.
So today we're honored to welcome Mayor Andre Harvey to the Brunch Bunch. He's a 50-year Bellwood resident and dedicated public servant. Mayor Harvey made history as the village's first African-American firefighter, fire chief, and mayor. With over 30 years of leadership experience, he has strengthened public safety, law enforcement, and community development. Now overseeing Bellwood's 18,000 residents, his commitment to progress continues to make the village a thriving place to live, work, and play. Let's give a warm brunch. Welcome to Mayor Andre Harvey. Welcome, Brother Mayor. How you feeling?
Oh, Action, I feel so good, man. It's just a privilege for you to have me on today, man. I'm just proud to be in your presence today, talking about the village of Bellwood. So thank you.
We are excited to have you anytime that you can join. I must start it out with shout out to Tanita LaShore, who is an amazing person. I tell her every time I see the mayor, I wish I could afford to hire her. I would probably have to take her from the village of Bellwood because she's so amazing. She helps you to keep the city thriving.
She does.
And I aforementioned earlier in the show that I often say if I was moving to the western suburbs, Proviso Township, it would be only Bellwood, Illinois.
I know that's right.
So listen, we're happy to have you. So talking about Bellwood, since you've made history as the first firefighter, fire chief, and mayor, you've been in this village, it seems like all your life.
Since 1969, 57 years.
57 years.
And counting.
So you know all things Bellwood.
I know everything Bellwood from my time starting there in 1969, when most of the people there didn't look like me, until now that most of the people there are like me.
That's it. Now, my aunt was in Bellwood in the 60s and 70s, and it was predominantly white.
White, yes.
And, she kind of wanted to be in a nicer neighborhood, growing up in the projects. And then when it started
to become a little black, she moved. She said, I got to go a little further.
Yeah, yeah.
She always in Colorado somewhere
Oh
now. I
well, yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell her she can't keep running from us.
She can't run from
She
us.
can't run from us.
We got to get her back now
That,
because you've done some great work to bring Bellwood into the 21st century. So let's talk about that. You got so many initiatives that I'm excited about. Your senior home. Can you tell us more about the new senior home on 25th and Washington and how it how it addresses the housing needs?
well, as you know, I've been in Bellwood so long that I've seen our longtime residents start out 30, 35 years old that wanted to just have a place, a different place to raise their children. And now that those young people are now seniors,
Yep.
because after living there for 50 years, I've seen seniors, young people become seniors. And I thought that we needed to have more housing for our seniors because my mom and my dad, I've seen them when they was 30 to now 80 years old, and how being empty nesters and having a house, and they not wanting to have all that space or actually can even keep up,
Right.
with the upkeep of a home. So we had a vacant piece of property at 25th and Washington, which people from Bellwood would know it was a Walgreens. When Walgreens started closing all their Walgreens, we took a hit. They closed the Walgreens. It sat vacant for about 12 years. And a lot of those years before I became mayor. So when I became mayor, I was like, what do we need? So I called my economic development team and I say, hey, listen, make some phone calls. We need to put senior housing on that location because our seniors need more resources. So we decided to build a senior housing complex at that location that houses 80 residents, and not just from Bellwood. They're from the west side of Chicago, the south side, everywhere. And it's just a tremendous project. If you come to 25th and Washington and you see this building, you'll be like, man, is this really in Bellwood? Now, one of the things that I made sure is when the architects drew the picture, the building has to look like the picture.
I know that's
If
right.
it look like something else, and sometimes we get food into that.
Yep.
If it look like something else, we're not paying you no money.
Yep.
So all the residents at that senior home, I was just elated to be in that senior home. And I'm going to give a big plug. On February 10th, we're going to be there in that senior home doing a Meet the Mayor event, breakfast with the mayor, so we can talk about the seniors and what their needs are in our community.
And that's amazing because the seniors are my favorite group of people. And they need to be taken care of. They've taken care of so many people for so many years, and sometimes cities, leaders, family members, they forget about the senior members of their families. And so for you to do that, plus you're right, when you downsizing and you don't need all this house, you don't want to have to go to a senior building in another city or suburb. Right. You want to stay in the town that you love.
That's right.
And so that's amazing that you've done that. Now, when you talk about seniors, you talk about senior home, and you talk about development, right? We need places, we need business growth. And Bellwood has been on the rise. So you got the Aldi renovation.
Yes.
You got a new Dunkin' location, the Sure Built redevelopment. How is Bellwood positioning itself for economic growth?
Well, we are trying to petition. Well, we have started the economic growth in our community, and what we've been doing is we've been I'll tell people this. Me and my economic development team, we don't have a problem picking up the phone and begging anybody to come to our community because if you don't pick up the phone and call, they're not coming.
Yep.
So what we're doing, and right now what we're doing is we're doing a development at 25th, at 27th and 25th. Used to be the old Village Hall. We are transforming St. Charles to a new downtown Bellwood. So this is the start of the downtown. And I don't want people to get confused. Right now we're building two sister buildings right across from each other, which will house, one is a 4-story building, the other is a 3-story building. In total will be almost 80 units, but on the first floor will be all commercial. So we feel that any good town has a vibrant downtown area. So we're transforming Bellwood down to a downtown area. We're going to have commercial on the bottom. We're going to have restaurants and coffee shops and things like that on the first floor, but also in the building. The building, once again, I told the architects, you draw it, it better look like the building.
It better look like it.
And since it's a rental, it's going to be apartments. but the Village of Bellwood will own the building.
Oh,
And
wow.
this is one of the first times that a village has actually owned a building, and we're going to have someone manage it for
Yeah.
us. But what I told the architects, we're going to have 2 bedrooms and 1 bedroom apartments in there, and they got to be luxurious.
Mm-hmm.
And my quote to them is, I don't even want people to get to the unit to make a decision that they want to move here. I want
Walking
them
in
to
the
walk in
door.
the lobby and say, okay, this home.
Yeah.
This is where I want to be at.
Wow.
So that is the start of our downtown development. But what I've learned is once you start projects, other people want to come and be there,
Mm-hmm.
especially developers. And if you don't know, we have a quick trip in our community at 25th and Harrison, and it's the first quick trip fueling center that was put in this region
Mm.
from down south. They stopped in Bellwood first. Now people told me there's a Thornton gas station right across the street, and people were like, that's crazy for you to put a gas station across the street from a gas station. But we needed to do redevelopment. We had
Yep.
some old factories that were there, not generating any tax income or anything. So the quick trip came there, and right now, I don't care what time of day you go to 25th and Harrison and Bellwood, there's lines of people backed up to the expressway trying to get into the quick trip
Wow.
because they got the lowest gas prices
Mm.
around. So when we first cut the ribbon for them to open, the gas prices at Thornton's across the street was, let's say, $3. When we cut the ribbon, Quick Trip went right in the back and put 288 on the marquee. And then there's 30 minutes later, you look across the street, Thornton went to 287.
Ah,
So we want to
friendly
generate, right. We
competition.
want to have that
Yeah.
competition. And what people didn't understand with that competition, that drives people into our community. A lot of people don't even know where Bellwood is at. Some people,
Mm.
but once we put the quick trip there, and once we've done other things, people actually know where Bellwood is at, and we get much more traffic on 25th Avenue, which then grows development.
Yep.
Because the guy with the restaurant says, well, there's 50,000 cars going down 25th.
Let
And
me
if I
put me
want to put a
some.
business, that's why we have the new Dunkin' Donuts on
Mm-hmm.
25th, because he understands, hey, I need to get some of that money too. People like coffee. They need to stop in my drive-through and get coffee.
Yep.
So that's what our whole development concept is. We understand that once you fix things up, and I do that. I give these analogies, man. I know that I had this girlfriend back when I was 14, and she was raggedy looking. Took her, fixed her up. She
Mm.
looking good. Now every guy in the school want to be with her,
Wanna. Yep.
right? So that's how I go, right? So what I've learned is once you fix things up and you fix your community up, people want to be in the community, not just residents, but business owners.
You build it and they will come.
That's right.
You
That's
build.
right.
Listen, I was talking to, and I'm glad I want to go back to the downtown part because when Tanita was telling me about it, the first thing I said, oh, I need me a spot, because
Yes,
that's
sir.
how it happens,
That's
right? It's
right.
like, I'm like, all right, Dreams in the Bellwood, here we come.
That's right.
Because now I'm like, wow, you building. But most people don't know because I didn't know. So Bellwood has not had a downtown district.
That's not a true statement,
Okay,
but I'm
okay.
gonna tell you about it. So since I say I've been in Bellwood since 1969, in Old Bellwood, we had a downtown, and it was south on the south end of Bellwood, 1100 block of Bellwood Avenue exactly.
Okay.
And in that area, so I'm gonna age myself. So in that area, what we had in our downtown area was we had a drugstore on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
We had Montgomery Wards, and people
Mm.
say Montgomery Wards.
Montgomery Ward.
Right, right. But here's the kicker. It wasn't a store in Montgomery Wards. It was a catalog center where you can order your walk into the
Oh,
venue,
wow.
order your products, and they would deliver it to Montgomery Ward's outlet. They had a Spiegel's the same way. We had a Hoover vacuum cleaner shop. We had a small grocery store. And back in the 70s, that's what they considered their downtown. When those businesses closed, we have taken that property and we've made single family housing on
Gotcha.
that location. So it was vacant buildings for a while, and now we put single family homes there, which increases our housing stock,
Mm-hmm.
brings up the value of our neighborhood, and we haven't had a downtown since then, and it's been about 30 years.
Wow. Okay. I love it then. So now we're revitalizing, we're bringing a new downtown,
Yes,
and I'm sure entertainment, restaurants,
yes,
coffee
yes,
shops, Dream Center
yes,
co-working,
sir, yes, sir.
all of those great things. Well, I'm excited because that was a question on the top of my list. We need more forward-thinking elected officials. That's not just trying to keep things the same and just satisfy people with the status quo, but saying, "Hey, we're gonna do some different stuff. We're gonna build. We're gonna bring new residents to the community." You know, they say no new friends. No, we want new friends in the
We
village.
want people.
We
We want
want
it.
new businesses and new opportunities. Now, we talked about the downtown. You guys got so much going in Bellwood. I had to pick and choose what we're gonna talk about because we're short on time. But you have a new housing, new home construction on Bowling Avenue.
Yeah, we have a house at the address of 241 Bowling. Just been, actually, I think we sold it, and it's selling for $405,000. But the kicker to that, what's more interesting than that, is Bellwood is one of the only communities that we know we build our own homes.
Mm,
So as I go back to 1969, 1968 was when Martin Luther King was assassinated, and there was riots in Chicago. And today, if you ride on the west side of Chicago, there's still vacant lots that have
yeah,
been vacant for a
from that
long
right.
from the riot. So one thing that it was instilled to me by my parents is I just dislike vacant property. So
Mm.
Bellwood builds their own homes. So we're on home 26, 27 that we've built ourselves,
Wow.
26, 27, because we can I don't
You
we
don't want to
don't
wait on developers.
can't wait on
You
developers.
can't. Yeah.
And we tried years ago to get developers, and it wasn't enough money in it for them. But what I've learned is that a vacant home, the property tax that you are getting off a vacant home is probably zero.
Hmm.
So in order to put it back on the tax rolls, we will knock a house down, build a new house from scratch, and then it goes back on the tax rolls because someone is now living there, and that's just an advantage for us. And then new home growth increases the value of everybody's home in the neighborhood versus vacant lots.
And I know because the village is building, it's affordable housing, it's quality housing. That's actually genius. I think more cities and villages need to do that, and we could eradicate the lack of housing stock and the taxes that are not being paid on these vacant lots. And you can control to make sure it's done right.
Yes, yes,
Because
yes.
some, and I'm sure some developers are listening, like step back, Action Jackson.
That's right.
I know,
That's
cause
right.
look, I'm a almost developer, but you got to think though, if you're not doing it, somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to
And
do
so
it.
the village, that kudos to you. I'm gonna look that up. I would love to see that house.
Well, and actually, it's crane. We have 2 or 3 cranes articles that they've come to Bellwood and actually did articles on this
Wow,
concept and how we're getting it done.
man. Listen, if you didn't know, Bellwood is on the move. So let's talk about, because I just got a text that Donald Trump has sent the Donald Trump has office administration has sent out letters saying that they're not celebrating certain federal holidays. But I will say this: I've been having to tell everybody to send it. You gotta read. Reading is
Got to read.
fundamental.
It is. It is.
It says this pause will not affect the federal holidays, as in Martin Luther King Jr. Day and Juneteenth. Now, Black History Month is on the list of observances that they are not observing, right? But thankfully, we got the Village of Bellwood who does not care about these type of letters. You celebrating Black History, and it's going down this Saturday. Can you share what inspired this year's Black History Month celebration theme? The Village of Bellwood celebrates Black entrepreneurship.
Well, what we wanted to do. First off, I love black people, right?
Yes.
And we don't celebrate ourselves enough.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to do something special this year, not just give out awards to people in the community, but we wanted to honor those black entrepreneurs in our communities because there's not a lot of black entrepreneurs in the world,
Right.
and I'm so happy to be sitting next to black entrepreneurs that have their own businesses, and we need to support each other. But we wanted to show our black entrepreneurs and our black business owners that we appreciate them. So we're going to be honoring at least 5 or 6 entrepreneurs that's in the community. But what that also gives us an opportunity to do is sit them there and expose the young people to black entrepreneurs so they can feel and touch and actually ask questions
Yep.
to know how did you do it? What was your success stories, your failures? Um, do you have a brick and mortar? What's my cost? I wanted to make sure that people can touch and learn from other people because historically I'm guilty of this. When my father used to tell me things at 12 and 13 and 16, I didn't listen to
Mm-hmm.
everything he said because I didn't think he knew what he was talking about.
Right.
But as I got older and I became a young man, 20, 25, 26, most of the stuff he told me happened. So why not put entrepreneurs in front of young people to be able to ask those questions and find out about those pitfalls to be successful as an entrepreneur? So that's why we wanted to celebrate our entrepreneurs and basically the labor industry during this Black History celebration.
I love that. I was talking to a young person the other day, and I said, I can't believe I'm quoting this. But I was quoting my father, who, when I was a young entrepreneur, used to say, "You need to slow down. You need to do that." I'd be like, "Man, whatever." But I told the lady, I said, my father used to say, "Don't burn both ends of the candle." And it took me a long time to realize that. But as you get older, you don't have as much energy either.
That's right.
So
That's
you
right.
got to, when you start having kids, it's like you got to slow down. You
That's
burn
right.
yourself out. So I'm glad that you all are doing this. Let's talk to the people. Tell them about the event, where it's going to be, what time, so they can
Okay.
pull up. We all
So,
pulling up.
so the event will be at Roosevelt Middle School in Bellwood. That's 25th and Oak. Now, what else is important about this event is it events from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Now, I'm going to tell you what I told Ms. LaSure when she told me 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock,
Uh
4 hours. I said, I won't be there at 6 o'clock, right?
huh.
But I'll be there.
Yeah,
And the reason is the event's going to go so long is we're going to have over 50 50 vendors. I'm not going to say black, just all black vendors. We're going to have 50 vendors that are going to be on site
that's
that you can
amazing.
actually come and and patronize them and support them. I got a young brother that called me the other day. We were filled, and he's been selling gym shoes for years, and he's about 30 years old. He's been doing this for about 10 years. And he said, "Man, Harvey, I got to get in this event. I got
Yeah.
to." His name is Adam. So I said, "Adam, I'm going to make a way for you to get in this event." So I had to call Mr. Shaw and say, "Let this brother in
Cause
this event."
she told me, she said 50, I think she said
53.
53 vendors. She said she had to cut it off.
She
And
had to
I'm
cut it off.
like,
But
some people wish they had the 53. You stopping people from coming in?
and then she didn't tell you the real story, because when she told me 53 the other day, I say, "Tanita, I thought I told you to cut it off at 40." So 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 she went to 53. So I say, "Oh my goodness," but it's a good thing. It's
Yes.
a good thing that people want to be somewhere, and also we're going to have food that we're going to be serving. Now, I don't I got to do my history even harder or more, because we're going to have what we think us people as black people as traditional African American or black food. So we're going to have soul food that,
Right.
we're going to be giving out. Where we're going to have fried chicken, and I don't really like to say that word, but we're
Yeah.
going to have fried chicken, candy yams, collard greens. We're going to have
Some
these
peach
things.
cobbler,
We're
I
going to have some
heard.
peach
Some
cobbler,
banana
banana
pudding.
pudding. We're going to have those things, that food at the event, so our heritage can speak values. This is what we do as African American people.
Now I know Tanita listening. I know we stopped at 53, but we may need to go to 55, man. I got one or two that's like, can you help me get in there?
Hey,
I need
hey,
to be in there.
hey.
But it's going down this Saturday, 2 to 6. It's gonna be an amazing
It
program,
is.
I've heard. And so the layout is that first hour and a half is gonna be a program
Yes,
and
yes,
entertainment. So you want to be there on time.
yes.
And there's gonna be some giveaways. You got great vendors. You're gonna eat good. And yours truly is the host.
I was just gonna ask you, did you know anybody that was gonna be hosting
You
that
know,
stuff?
you know. Look, I want
Hey.
to. I think I did it a few years
Yes, you
ago. It was
did.
an
Yes, you
amazing
did.
event. And I'm excited to be back. And believers, if you are in the area this Saturday, come out to the Village of Bellwood's annual Black History Celebration, where the theme is the Village of Bellwood celebrates Black entrepreneurship. So if you're an entrepreneur, you want to be in the room. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur, you want to be in the room. If you're looking to kick off the month celebrating Black History, what better way than on the first day of February, and that's this Saturday. So before we let you go, we've talked about all of the great things that the Village of Bellwood is doing. We talked about all the great things you're doing and have done, and this great event. But I couldn't let you leave without saying, because I know how important this is, and I don't want people to forget that it is election
Oh,
season
yes, definitely election
and you
season.
are running for re-election,
I am.
and the work needs to continue.
The work does need to continue, but I got to go backwards before I come forward,
Okay.
because I forgot to talk about one amazing event that we did when I became mayor, and that's called the Taste of Bellwood.
Oh,
All
yes,
right,
yes, yes.
the Taste of Bellwood has taken off. We started with 5,000 people coming to visit, and last year, we're on our 7th year, we had 50,000 people that
Wow,
come to the event.
wow.
Thank you. And that event was put together because I was tired of hearing people talking about I'm going to Naperville to the Real Fest. I'm going
Uh,
to Wheaton. I'm going downtown. I'm going here. Man, together, black people, we can do stuff together. And I have to tell people that, man, we ain't all what people think we are when you see on the news
yep.
that we start in chaos. We can actually sit together, enjoy ourselves, and have a good time. Good old family reunion. That's what the Taste of Bellwood is. And lastly, yes, I'm running for my 3rd term of office. And in my team, Bellwood First Party, I got to show you my sign.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
I got to show you my sign. So,
I love it, I
uh,
love it.
all right. So the Bellwood First Party is running for its 3rd term. We have done so much work in the village of Bellwood. We want to continue to work. Um, I tell people I'm like a unicorn because I've been there 50. I've been working for the village of Bellwood for 37 years. All right, and been done so much as a firefighter, as a fire chief, as a police officer. I've been there. So you want to continue to have somebody in office that is going to do the work. Secondly, I have true dedication to the village of Bellwood. I love the village of Bellwood. And here's what my thought process is. Anytime communities become black, people think that the community is going to go down. So I have vowed to work hard to ensure that my community, or our community, because it's ours, it's not just mine,
Mm-hmm.
as an African American community will thrive and be the best African American community that there is. Black Panther inspired me to say, man, Bellwood's going to be a Wakanda. We
Mm.
have to be. That's my inspiration.
I
But I
love it.
want to just say really, really quick, last, because I know we're on time, my candidates that are running with me on the Bellwood First Party. So I have Jackie Haggard, who is running for village clerk. Trustees Chavatone, Delgado, and Nightingale are running for trustees on the Bellwood First Party. And be on the lookout because we are supporting other members in District 88 School Board race, the library, Bellwood Library, and Proviso 209 School Board race. So please be on the lookout for our candidates, the candidates we're supporting, and keep Bellwood on the move, continuing progress, and our slogan is to build a better Bellwood. Thank
I
you.
love it. I love it. Listen, you heard it here. If you're a resident of Bellwood or you have a family member in Bellwood, you call them right now and make sure you tell them that their mayor is doing his job and they need to reelect him to continue to work. I'm like Robbie right now, but listen, you know what? I'm dedicating this song to the village of Bellwood because I know the testimony for you, Mayor Harvey, in the village, is that God has been so good to the village of
That's
Bellwood.
right.
His first church of deliverance, he's been good right here on the Brunch Bunch. All
All
right,
right, my
Mayor,
brother.
what a
Thank you,
show. Let's
man.
get a picture.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, make sure I get a picture as well to take.
Yes, I'll send
Uh,
it. And I'll get, and then
you
Robbie,
gonna
you
send it
coming
or you
up
gonna
out.
get it taken with my phone? Which
I
one?
can take it with your phone
All
too.
right.
Justin can take. We'll get it
All right.
out here in front of the.
I gotta come back. Oh, yeah, come back here.
Churchview Supportive Living would like you to tour their beautiful housing community ahead of the holidays with studios and one-bedroom apartments, 24-hour care, medication reminders, laundry and housekeeping services, 3 restaurant-style meals daily served in our exclusive dining room, daily activities, and much more. Churchview Supportive Living is located at 2626 West 63rd Street. Schedule your tour today. Call 773-471-4444. That's 773-471-4444. We hope to see you soon. Call 773-471-4444. Churchview Supportive Living is an equal housing opportunity.
Tax season doesn't have to be stressful. At ELS Pro's tax office, we've been delivering professional, reliable service for over 20 years. Located conveniently in the Soul City corridor on Chicago Avenue, we're here to help you get the maximum refund you deserve. And if you're outside Chicago, no problem. We offer nationwide services to meet your needs wherever you are. Call
And I'll
ELS
see you
Pro's tax
Saturday.
office today, 773-887-5488.
Sorry I was
to
late,
schedule
man,
your
but
Oh,
that
no
was
problem.
pricing and an unmatched tax
Okay,
experience.
bring us in after this commercial, please, Jarrell.
773-887-5488. ELS
Robbie, you ready?
Yeah. Can I get a mine in on this one as well?
you, Mom?
Yes. You want to sit right here so you can do some talking and help me out with my voice? No.
What's going on is our great guests in the studio. They are new brunch bunches and partners, and I just love to see thriving and surviving black businesses that are supporting the community.
And
And that's none other than Iman and Robbie. Robbie, you know what? Because as I'm saying it, I'm just like, Robbie. Why did they put your full name? Iman and Robbie Smith, they're the CEO. Robbie serves as the CEO of RB Pest Solutions and a former IT professor turned entrepreneur. She's making history as a black woman in the pest management. Her company provides top tier pest control services in Chicago. Let me say that again. Top tier pest control services right here in Chicago. She's revolutionizing the industry with her bug strike insecticide and a groundbreaking Home Depot partnership. Featured in Forbes, Black Enterprise, Afrotech, Ale, and the Brunch Bunch. Honored with the Women in Pest Management Impact Award, Robbie is building a lasting legacy while mentoring future entrepreneurs. Her husband, and her 3 beautiful daughters are taking over the world. Let's give a warm Brunch Bunch welcome to the Smiths. I love it, Jarrell. We got to put that. We got to record that. Make it an intro.
Yeah, we the bug stoppers.
I love it, and you said something to your audience during the break that people wait until it's too late to call. Not too late. They wait till the problem is a real problem. When you can do preventative measures to not even have these real problems, right? So let's talk about what are some of the most common pest problems homeowners and businesses face during the winter months.
I'll let you take it away, Amon.
All right. So we're in the winter months now. The big thing is rodents. Rodent activity is high all throughout the city. Single family houses, your businesses, restaurants, daycares, the whole 9. They need somewhere to go, somewhere warm where they can have the litters, where they feel safe, and there's a food or water source. Then your home is the perfect location, right? So we like to be proactive and not reactive. So right now is the perfect time, though, all of those projects that you put on the back burner because during the summer and the fall you were partying and vacationing and going out, hanging out, you just push all of your projects to the side.
Yeah.
Well, now you're bunkered in your home. It's cold outside. We're about to get a lot of snow, a lot of ice. And so now is the time for you to take that trip around your home, seal up those entry points, make sure that you don't have any openings in your baseboards or doorways that may be a 1/4 inch or bigger, so that you can stop the entry of all rodent activity.
And most people think, oh, I'm not gonna have this issue because I'm clean and we not like that. And I mean, it don't matter how clean, how rich you are. If you got a hole somewhere that's not plugged in, they coming up in there.
Yes, far from the truth. And what I like about what the mayor talked about is development. And Chicago is doing a lot of development. And we have a lot of projects that we work on with developers and construction people where we have to do a rodent abatement program at the early stages. So you have to get pest control involved in from a development standpoint, because as you're building these baseboards, putting the kitchen cabinets in, and you're digging trenches, you are now interrupting where they were. And so now we're wondering, well, why are we seeing rats everywhere? And why are we still the #1 rattiest in the country 8 years in a row? That is because a lot of development, because of our weather and things like that. So typically when customers call us, they want results right now. And we would love to get you results right now, especially in one service. But it doesn't work like that if you're a restaurant, you're a daycare, or you're doing development, because they travel in packs and they're trying to be warm just as well as us. So, it's so important for you to be proactive and schedule an inspection just to see the strengths and weaknesses of your home, and then go from there. And you don't have to go on monthly or quarterly. You can do something every year, but getting ahead of it is the key to pest control solving.
You said something and it brought back a memory when we were younger. I never forget, we got our basement redone. And we had a bathroom put in that was never there. And they had to dig, which caused a rodent issue. And I had never lived with rodents like that. And we were young, but it was crazy. And that's what makes me think, like, people think, oh, We never gonna have this problem. Where you living in the city where bugs and rodents are looking for somewhere to go, when they can figure out how to get up in your joint. Do young people say in your joint? No. Okay.
Not anymore. Not in
They
your
will
joint.
figure that out, right? So you shared some prevention tips. But what's really amazing, okay, we talked about rodents, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the summertime, you got other problems. Let's talk about that.
So again, we want to be proactive, right? We know now that come the spring, you're gonna have all of your flying insects, your ants are gonna take over. And real quick, while we're still on the winter though, we cannot overlook bed bugs, right? Because they are social insects.
You just made me itch.
And so we're not gonna let them slide. Let's talk about that real quick because we're accustomed, when it gets cold outside, come over to the house and we'll all go in the basement and have a card game or look at the game, or if it's a good boxing match on, you invite everybody over and then you tell them, hey, just go put your coat in the guest room. Just go lay it on the bed in there. And then, your auntie and your uncles done dropped off some bed bugs at your house. So let's not fall for that trap, right?
Yes.
But then, right now it's the time to be proactive for your spring. So all of those tightening up around the house, making sure that you don't have any foliage outside, any dead trees or anything like that that needs to be removed. Right now is the time. And then you can also start to treat your lawn. So you can put granular bait out there. You can start using the liquid insecticide on the exterior of your home and beat them to the process. So by the time they do come up and they emerge from the soil, you're protected already.
Can I please mention this? Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make sure that we stop mistaking those Asian ladybugs for beetles. Like so many people say, oh, we have ladybugs, and then the box elder bugs, and so many. Identification is the key. So if you visit rbpestsolutions.com or go to our social media pages, we'll put up actual pest identification. So just in case you see a centipede, a millipede in the home, spiders and things like that, and you're wondering like, what type of bug is this? You can go to our site and we're really good at saying this versus this and this versus this, just because the education part is the key. While you're cleaning every week, you changing your linen every week, hopefully on a consistent basis, is that you make sure that the spider webs and things like that, and this is all year round if these insects are in your home. So you want to make sure while you're cleaning up that you incorporate, looking and making sure that you just incorporate some type of pest control. And we'll be here to help you. We're phone call away if you need anything.
And what's that number?
312-217-9605. Again, 312-217-9605.
Listen, believers, you want to call, and let's say they're like, all right, I need some tips or preventative help, or I don't know what I need. Can they call and get like a consultation to see if they really need, even though I know everybody needs pest solutions, but somebody may be like, can I just see if I need the services?
If you mention the Brunch Bunch, you'll get a discount on your inspection right now. Like right now, we have representatives by the phone waiting for you to give us a call to schedule your inspection, or you could purchase our product at Bug Strike in Home Depot, or Home Depot online only, or you could purchase. We're located on 104th and Western in the Beverly area, and you can stop in, and we are a phone call away. We have so many people that give us a call just because they just want advice and tips on how to get rid of this. And I see people every day on social media. What is this? Why can't I get rid of this? What's going on with this? So it's your time to give us a call at 312-217-9605 and ask us all your burning questions.
Yeah, because let's talk about this bug strike real quickly, because it's a game changer. Yeah. And you said something. Now we're having people come over. You got the holidays. It's cold. You got family members flying into town. But another big thing, we're checking on our elderly family members who are in nursing homes or rehabilitation centers. And, I do some missionary work from time to time. Okay. And when I was younger, I'm at the rehab and we're visiting, and one of the deacons said, don't you sit down, Bro Mercy. I said, why not? He said, because, a lot of times these places have it's unfortunate, but they have bed bugs. And you sit down, you're going to be taking something home with you. And I'm like,
Yeah.
All right, count me out of the missionary work over here right now.
Listen, it warms my heart. Majority of our, in terms of when it comes to bed bugs, is in those elderly homes or your elderly. And we get it. Family come over. You may go once a week. You may go once a month. But next time you go to grandma and grandaunt house, just take a walk through their home, see what's going on, look at the couch, go in their bedroom, see how they're living. Don't just pick them up, take them to the grocery store and drop them off and let them go upstairs. Actually go into that apartment, because I promise you, it'll be a true tell sign where they have so many clutter issues and pest issues going on that their family don't know about. And then when we come, we're like, do you have someone to help you, to assist you? And so they're really one of our hugest populations when it comes to bed bugs and pest issues.
And so can you service these senior homes? So like the mayor said, they got 80 residents. Do the building have to call you, or can they call you individually and say, I need you to come and do some stuff in my unit to make sure I don't have an issue?
So in those multi-housing communities, we prefer to deal with the actual realty company or whoever's like going to absorb the cost for it. We do run specials for senior living, so don't be afraid to call us. If all 80 units happen to be infected, infested rather, we would definitely come up with some special pricing and things of that nature. For us, it's not a money grab, right? We don't look at those type of situations. We really want to help our community out, and the seniors are a big part of that. They took care of us, like you were saying earlier in the interview with the mayor. They took care of us and so many other people, and now it's our time to take care of them. So we definitely want to take care of them and make sure that they're good.
Can I add a little bit? And this is why it spreads throughout the elderly homes, because think about it. They hang out with each other. It's a lot of bingo going on, card playing. So they're in the community rooms and they're hanging out. And so there may be one unit that's going through some pest issues, and they come sit in there and play some cards and hang out at each other's homes. And that's how it's transferring throughout the building. So again, like Amon had said, we prefer the management company to absorb the cost because it can be costly. However, we have done things strictly off the strength of, we do not want our elderly community to be out here with pests.
So you hear that, believers, seniors, if you got family, talk to the building manager. Say you give them the number 312-217-9605. That's 312-217-9605. Give it to your management company and say, hey, can you call RB Pest Solutions because I have an issue in my unit. If they don't do anything about it, then you call.
Absolutely.
And you say, listen, can you help me make sure my doors are safe, my unit is protected, so Betty down the hall bugs don't come down here,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
So that's for you. But can we eradicate bed bugs? This is a question I want to know. Do we got to? Most times I hear people throw their mattress away and get a new one.
No.
Can you eradicate it and fix it?
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
90% of the time, we're saving all of your furniture.
Yeah.
We understand that having a bed bug remediation done in your unit or single family home, whatever the case may be, it may be costly. So the last thing you want to do is have to go buy a whole nother house worth of furniture after that. So we pride ourselves in saving your furniture.
Yes.
That's really what we're good at. Bed bug jobs are like one of our specialties. So
that's good to know.
Yes.
So get that number again, Robbie.
312-217-9605. Again, right now, representatives are by the phone. If you call 312-217-9605 and mention the Brunch Bunch, you will receive a discount on your inspection.
You know what else? I want to do something wild real fast.
Okay.
So not only are you going to receive that discount just by mentioning the Brunch Bunch.
Okay.
We're waiving all inspection fees as well.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
You can mention the Brunch Bunch. You can mention Action Jackson. Anything in reference to the Brunch Bunch. And you're going to waive your inspection fee, and you'll still get the full discount on your service.
Well, listen, you get paid the big bucks, sir.
You better call right now, 312-217-9605.
Right now.
Thank you, Robbie, Mom, for joining us on the Brunch Bunch. You got to come back. We'll see you soon because we always run out of time. But believers in the spirit, on this Throwback Thursday, the late, great Reverend Dr. Clay Evans, no matter what you're going through today, no matter the bug situation in your home, you got somebody that can eradicate it.
That's
But you
right.
go home after they clear up those bed bugs,
That's
you
right.
get in your bed and you pull the covers around your shoulders
Yes,
and
sir.
you go to sleep
There you go.
because angels are watching
Come
over you.
on.
Amen.
You know what? Tamara Fair on the air. We're sorry you're not here. We love you. Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you too. Up next is AC Green. We get it done all night long right here on Inspiration 1390. Okay, wow. Well, listen, I'm like, eradicate those bed bugs, pull your covers around your shoulders, and go to sleep.
Sleep tight, don't let them
No
bed
bed
bugs
bugs.
bite.
That was great. That was
Yes,
Letitia
yes.
said, amazing show. Listen, Facebook, y'all call right now. Get your free inspection and your discount. That's 312-217-9605. Business owners, homeowners, renters, it don't matter. Call. And if you need some help, especially you business owners, restaurant owners, and let me tell you this. If you got an exterminator right now named Black, call RB. Shame on you.
That's all you gotta do.
Sharice, I'm going to call you.
It's simple.
Yes, this is great.
Simple.
And I didn't get to mention it, but my mother, I sent a couple of referrals. I believe Dr. Lockhart called. My mother called. My mother,
Okay.
you guys called. Your team took very good care of us. She was praising you and thanking you guys for the help.
Thank you.
But we all need it. Don't act like you ain't got no issues. I bought an old house once. Funny story, when I first started dating Valencia, our first date, I had a mouse problem.
Uh-oh.
I didn't know, but it was a hole in the side of my building.
Okay.
And they were just coming. And one night we were watching a movie. It was our first date, too. First movie night. And then mouse ran by that fireplace, and I act like I didn't see it. Another one came. It was like 12 of them. I promise it was bad. And at the end of the night, I said, Valencia, I'm so sorry. I said, I don't know if you saw that mouse or not, but I got an exterminator cover. She said, I saw all 12 of them. I said, oh.
And she stayed with you.
And she stayed with me. So 9 years later, I knew she was the one. I said, she didn't run off of her because I would have left her.
Like, this girl got 12 of them. Start naming them. That's a whole.
Y'all can do that story behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Are you
Do
serious?
you? Oh, my
Listen.
goodness. Everybody got a pet story.
And then you try to act like you ain't nothing.
She ain't come back?
No, I tried like, oh, that was just the stove. That was just the refrigerator. I knew exactly what it was.
And it go by so quick that you think that your mind playing tricks on you.
Yeah.
And you like,
It go by and come back.
yes.
Now, that was like,
and come right back.
Oh, yeah.
but at the time I had a black guy, a pastor too. He had a small extermination company.
Yeah.
And I said, Pastor, I need you to pull up because we got an issue.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, you had about 3 or 4 points of entry.
Yeah.
And it was a nest. They were having the baby.
That's it. You gotta
Wow.
close them off first and then.
Yes, she is. See
exterminate
y'all. I'm
us
going
on
to call
that
you,
side.
Sharice. See y'all tomorrow.
See you
My
all.
sister
Thanks
and
for
my mama.
tuning